Hi everyone, I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I'm super excited to be doing an unboxing of the Earthcraft Oracle, a 44 card deck and guidebook of sacred healing. This is a Hay House deck. It's created by Juliet Diaz and Lorriane Anderson and art by Danielle Boodoo-Fortune. And I am excited about this deck because my best friend brought this with her. She came bearing lots of gifts on her trip from the States to here, and we spent a lot of time this past week, and I am regretful that I didn't unbox this with her or in her presence, but I'm going to unbox it with you all today. So stay tuned. Let's dive into this deck and see what it's all about. Back. All right, so I'm so excited and so touched that my friend went through the trouble of reaching out to my sister and getting access to my Amazon wish list so she could come bearing gifts, and she knows how much I love decks, and I had just so happened to add this deck to my wish list. So she didn't tell me that she actually reached out to my sister and got access to my Amazon wish list. She just popped up with all these different gifts, and this was one of them. And I was like, how did you know? How did you know I really wanted this deck? And then she fessed up and said, I contacted Jen, and you know, I made it happen. But I love my sister. I love my best friend. They're both Pisces. They're both generous spirits. They're always surprising me with the best gifts. And I'm so excited to dive into this one. This one means a lot to me because a friend went through the trouble of getting me this deck. So I'm not going to switch angles today, guys. I want to share with you face to face. So we'll do that today for this unboxing. So this is a Hay House deck. Okay, so it's traditional size box here. And I'm just going to read an excerpt of the back of the box here. It says, reconnect with the powerful healing wisdom of Mother Earth and your highest self with the diverse, brightly illustrated 44-card Oracle deck and guidebook. With bodies of many shapes, sizes, skin tones, and hair textures represented, this deck affirms we are all Mother Earth's children. And that was why I was drawn to it. Sometimes with Hay House decks, as much as I love them and as great readers, especially some of their Oracle decks, they create some great readers. For me personally, it does lack diversity. And so I was thrilled to see this deck come on the market. And that's why I went on my wish list. All right. I'm not going to read the rest of the excerpts. I'm sure it's found on Amazon or on Hay House's website in the description of what this deck is all about. I just want to dive into these cards, okay? So you've got the handy hard box that Hay House is known for. And it says here, Earth Mother, I worship thee for I'm reading like Bible scriptures. Okay. Earth Mother, I worship thee, for thy body is my temple, my religion reclaimed. It's gorgeous. Let me see, you can't quite see it due to my lighting. Sorry guys, it's kind of bright in here. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me though if I didn't have bright lighting. So yeah, no, I'm getting it together with the lighting situation. All right, let's see what we got here. So we have the guidebook. And here's the back of the guidebook, and you can see the artist, or the Juliet Diaz, is a seer, healer, bruja, teacher, and indigenous Taino Cubana. She is the author of Witchery and Plant Witchery and co-author of Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle. Oh, I didn't know that. Her work has appeared in The Atlantic, Cosmopolitan, National Geographic, The Oprah Magazine, and others. Lorriane Anderson is a tarot reader, astrologer, spiritual teacher, co-author of Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle, authors of Affirmations, Words of Inner Wisdom, and owner of Spirit Element, a soul-based apothecary. And they have their contact information. So I find that interesting. And someone else in their unboxing, I can't remember who, they were saying, you know, the deck, it was Witch, Samhain Oracle, lacked diversity. And I'll be honest, I didn't get that particular deck because it did lack diversity. I like the keywords. I like the images. Don't get me wrong. I like the art style. But I now have to be quite selective of the decks that come into my collection, especially if it's modern depictions. If it's modern depictions, I want to see diversity. I want to see diversity ranging from different skin tones, hair types, as they mentioned, you know, body sizes, ages. I want to see diversity because my clients are diverse. You know, I'm not a spring chicken myself, you know. So I want to see me depicted in the cards. I want to see my clients depicted in the cards. So I didn't jump on that deck, but it is cool to see that it was people of color that created that deck. So I might take another look at it, you know. All right, so we've got the guidebook. It says, this deck is dedicated to Earth Mother. Thank you for all that you provide, for your wisdom, and for holding us in your arms for so long. Oh, I love that so much. And so they got a message from the authors. Love that. Introduction. I'm just going through the guidebook briefly here. I won't keep you all, promise. What is Earthcraft? The earth connects us all. Perhaps that deeply rooted connection is why indigenous cultures all over the world share similar traditions despite never coming into contact with one another. How else can we explain why so many cultures identify the moon as an intuitive, mysterious force? Or why so many cultures burn incense for clearing negative energy? It's not a coincidence that peoples everywhere developed healing through plants or looked to nature to divine signs from the heavens. Mother Earth doesn't care about your skin color, language, social status, or where you grew up. She waits with open arms for anyone who is ready and willing to embrace her healing magic and wisdom. It's that wisdom that is the foundation of an Earthcraft practice. To live the Earthcraft way means to intuitively connect with the old ways of healing. Get out in nature. Oh, I've been doing that this week and it's been amazing. Commune with plants, animals, trees, and rocks. Take in the sights, sounds, and tastes, with caution, of course, they wrote that, of the outdoors. And most importantly, allow the earth to tell you what she wants to know, wants you to know. There is no need to identify with a specific tradition to receive guidance from Mama Earth. While practicing Earthcraft, let the earth guide you. Don't try to assign a particular tradition to the guidance you receive. If you are gifted with a sign from Earth Mother that goes against what you believe to be true, consider why you are being guided to a different understanding. If you feel an urge to connect with the earth in an unfamiliar way, give yourself permission to do so. Don't overthink the magic. Instead, trust that what you feel is right. So she has working with the Earthcraft Oracle. Before you begin, an oracle prayer, 1 card readings. Of course, you know ALs. They got you covered, right? They got you covered. 1 card readings, 3 card readings, 3 card readings. The mountain spread. It's like a 6 card spread here. Cool. 6 card spread. It says, question number 1, where am I right now? Number 2, what tool resource do I need? Number 3, how do I start? Take action. Number 4, what challenges or obstacles should I be aware of? Number 5, what gift or lesson will I receive from this situation? And number 6, outcome. Great spread. I'm going to use that one. And then we go into the card meanings. And we'll look at that closer as we delve into the deck. All right, let's get started. I'm dying to see the cards. Oh gosh. Guys, I am not used to doing unboxings anymore. So I'm a little rusty. Okay, so here is the card backs. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Reversible. If you do reversible, oracles, I don't necessarily do reversals with oracles, if that makes any sense. But we can get into that on another day. Maybe I might do a video on reversals and my take on reversals. All right, so abundance. That's card number 1. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm digging the diversity already right up front. Accept your gifts. And I'm probably going to use this deck, honestly, for what I call my sister friend readings. My friends, like my dear friend who got me this deck, I might just surprise her on Friday afternoon with a card reading, a card pull for her or her sister, her big sister, who's like a big sister to me. This is balance. Her big sister to me shares a lot of the same beliefs I have. She's fascinated by the cards and spirituality. And she's the one that actually encouraged my best friend to open up to all that cards and the spiritual world has to offer. So I might pull some cards for them. That was balance. Here's birch. Isn't that gorgeous? Ceremony. I have a specific idea of using this deck, and it will be surrounding the spiritual practices that we want to cultivate in our life. And it could be readings for myself, readings for my friends and relatives, but also readings for clients, darkness. I am loving this deck so much. I love the stock too. It's like, it's not too matte. It's not too glossy. It's in between. Does that make any sense? It's in between. Here's death. Oh, give me a great death card. I'm in love. Drought. I love a drought card in an oracle. The oracle deck that I created for my own personal client readings has a drought card. I'm from California. Drought is very much a part of our ecology, our geography, and I have to talk about it, and it actually depicts a lot of things. So I love that. I appreciate that they have a drought card in this deck. Fern. I also appreciate that they have the Fern card because there's Fern Canyon in Humboldt County in California. That's where the big redwood trees grow, and there's Fern Canyon. I believe that Jurassic Park, one of the Jurassic Parks, maybe the first one, was filmed there because it's quite magical. It's quite magical. So I love that they have drought and fern. I'm wondering where these ladies are from. Forest bathing. Forest tears. Gatherer. Isn't that gorgeous? Kind of sad because my best friend's daughter, her youngest, she loves that I'm a YouTuber, and she wanted to do a YouTube video, and I had actually planned to have us be a part of the unboxing, but our trip went by so fast. I'm gonna have to probably travel to their home next, to be fair. And my friend now, she moved from California some years ago, many years ago, to Texas, and that's where she lives now, and that's where she traveled from. And I'll probably go to Texas because I've passed through Texas several times. Growing up and traveling to Mississippi, we would drive to Mississippi from California, my parents. We would do road trips. And I love Texas, but I never got a chance to spend time there. So I'm thinking maybe in March I might go there and visit my friend and explore Texas. That's Ivy. It's gorgeous. Karmic debt. Oh my goodness. I'm curious to know what the card meaning is for that one. Light. Make sure I can show you guys that. Medicine woman. Let me just say, I'm really pleased with the diversity offerings. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm excited to use this deck. Plant seeds. God. And I have to admit, there's many decks out there that I'm just like, oh, that's beautiful, but I don't need it in my collection. This was one that I felt like I needed in my collection. This is prayer. I felt like I needed this one because it added some guide words that I can appreciate. This is prophetic dreams. Oh my gosh. We've had some discussions about that, haven't we? With my dreams about Haiti. Oh, and they won't stop coming, you guys. They won't. This is rise like the phoenix. River woman. Run with the wolves. Sacred temple. Do you see all this gorgeous diversity? It's so interesting that they, they were the creators. I'm assuming one of the creators. I don't know, because I didn't really, I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention to the Samhain Oracle because of the lack of diversity in the images. The Samhain Witch Oracle, I don't know what it's called. Sacrifice. Seer. Gotta have a great seer card. Love that her eyes are closed. Her sight is internal. Sight of owl. Soul loss. As someone who's dealt with a lot of loss in her life, I appreciate that card immensely. Immensely. Spirit of the East. Spirit of the North. Spirit of the South. Spirit of the West. Make sure you guys can see that. Get the lighting just right. Spirit Weaver. So excited about this deck. This is mass market. I get excited when things are mass market because it's like everybody can participate. Everybody can have access. Spiritual journey. The ancients. Like all kinds of gunk because a card dropped on there and there's like some little dust bunny on my finger. The mountain. Look at her, she's in the mountain right there. The shift. Isn't that powerful? When we're going through life and we feel that metaphysical shift inside of us. That's why this deck was like on my wish list. Not many make it to the wish list nowadays. Let me tell you guys. Thunderstorm. I slept through an amazing thunderstorm last night. Like the lightning was going up and the thunder. And I asked my daughter, I'm like, how'd you sleep? She was like, I slept good, but I don't like the thunder. I'm like, well, if you slept good, it's a win. Okay. And I sleep really well in thunderstorms. Inspired in thunderstorms. Transform with Raven. Such a beautiful deck. Warrior Woman. Hey house, keep it coming. Keep it coming with this diverse flavor. Please, por favor. They say porfa. It's like a different dialect in Dominican Spanish. And so I'm here for it because I'm African American and we have our own little dialect too of the English language. Wild Winds, gorgeous. Oh, this is so beautiful. There is nudity in this card. Warning, guys. Wound, but it is gorgeous. And I'm here for the womb card. Okay? My wound has been full. How many babies? 4 babies? 5 babies? 4 babies. 5 total pregnancies for me. You are sacred. You are sacred. You are sacred. Alright, so let's shuffle her up. Oh my goodness. Hey House is getting it together. You know, I have to say, I am very impressed with the transformation I'm seeing and the types of artists and creators that they're working with and the cardstock that they're exploring. I mean, we've gone through glossy with gilded edges, and the gilding is like some cheap gilding, so it fades, you know, it tears off really easily. And then they moved to no gilding, and they were playing with different kinds of cardstock through the, you know, these last couple of years. But I'm liking this. This is my favorite so far. So let's see what jumps. So if we take a look, oh, someone jumped. If we take a look at the guidebook. Birch. Okay, Birch. Let's take a look at Birch in the guidebook. Oh, let's see. That is card number 4. And it's a lot. It's juicy, guys. Look at all that. It's like 2 pages. Yes, 2 pages in this little guidebook. Let's read it. It says, birch trees are old, sacred woods that are believed to heal emotional wounds, ward off negative influences, and banish fears. They are also associated with new beginnings, making them the perfect energy to channel for healing old wounds and welcoming new connections. Birch may come to a reading when you are feeling vulnerable, afraid, and unsupported. You may be feeling the need to hide away from the world to lick your wounds. If you have experienced trauma or hardship lately, know that extra support is being provided for you and that you are protected while you take this time to heal. The worst has passed, and soon you will be able to pick up any broken pieces and put yourself together again, only stronger and more beautiful. I love that the branches of the tree, of the birch trees, and the mountains are shaping the face, creating the shape. Additionally, birch comes to you as a gentle reminder to build better boundaries, but not by closing your heart. Traumatic events can harden the spirit, leaving you jaded and spiteful. Do not let your circumstances prevent you from connecting to others, taking calculated risk. You may have some deep wounds and brutal bruises, but those will heal in time and you will be stronger for it. Give yourself space to process, heal, and let go, knowing it will be safe to open your heart again. Okay, so that was the main meaning. Then it has a heart tapping practice here. It says this practice is a simple and effective way to access your heart space and address any emotions you may be holding on to that could cause your heart to harden. As you tap, set your intention of amplifying spirit in this area, calling on energy to heal and soothe the heart space. Place your right hand over your heart with your middle finger in the center. With your eyes closed and breathing relaxed, gently tap all 5 fingers in unison for 1 minute. Then tap in a wave motion, starting from pinky to pointer finger at a steady pace for another minute. Breathe deeply. For a final minute, tap all 5 fingers in unison. Slowly this time, taking a deep breath in and letting a breath out on alternating taps. When you are done, hold both hands to your heart and be still for as long as you need. So she is also teaching us tapping, which I find fascinating and amazing and delightful. I'm excited to get to know this deck better. I really am. I can't wait to pull a card from my best friend. She's moved on to Jamaica. She came to the Dominican Republic. Now she's in Jamaica with her daughter, her 6-year-old daughter. And I think I'm going to pull a card for them once this video ends and share with them, because I'm excited about this deck that she got me and that she gifted me. It's so sweet to receive gifted decks, isn't it? Alright guys, I didn't want this video to be terribly long, but you know me. I had to show you in detail and give you my little bits about how I got it, what I feel about it, what I feel about diversity, all that good stuff. Well, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. And let me know if you already have it or if you're thinking about getting it. If you have any questions about this deck, I want to hear from you. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like videos like this, let me know by hitting the like button. And also let me know if you're not really feeling it in the comments below. That's okay too. I want to hear from you. Take good care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.